Hello, very good evening to you. Welcome to this edition of Lunchtime News live on MTV Sports. I'm Shah Jurang Party. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. 81 complaints pertaining to upcoming provincial council elections. Purchasing of paddy for the Maha season commences next week. Senior US diplomat in kerfuffle over leaked Ukraine conversation. Now for the stories in detail, the new bell tower Dolos Mahai Pahana and Kopar Pahana at the Sri Pada Vihara in Adams Peak was declared open today. The ceremony was held under the auspices of Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Following religious observances, Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa first declared open the new bell tower.
Adi Adhas Harsiya Esetnatam Samanta Kutaya Saman Hela එමනත්තම් ශ්‍රීපාද ස්ථානය ශ්‍රීපාදය පිහිට වූ තැන ලෙස නම් ලබන මේ මහා කඳු ශිඛරය මේ පළාතේ උසම ස්ථානයයි.
Member of the Mahasangha, including the chief incumbent of the Sri Pada Vihara, Venerable Bengamwi Dhammadinana Thera, the chief prelate of the Askiri chapter, the most venerable Udugama Sri Buddha Rakita Thera, and senior officers of the three armed forces and the police, including Army Commander Lieutenant General Dayarat Nayaka, were present at the occasion. President Mahinda Rajapaksa also participated in the ceremony by paying floral tributes from the air.
සේනාධිපති නායකයා වශයෙන් උත් ජනතාවගේ නායකයා ඇතුළු එතුමන්ගේ වාසනාවන්ත සුරදෙන් ඒ සුවඳ මල් ඉස්සින ආකාරය අප නිර්මාණය දැක් අතර අප මහා සතුටටත් බුද්ධ හලම්බන ප්‍රීතියට මනරම් ආකාරයට දොළොස් මහේ පහන.
Subsequently, the Kuppara Pahana and Dolos Mahe Pahana were also unveiled.
Mahe Pahana ආවරණය වන පරිද්දට නිර්මාණය කරන ලද ගෘහයත් පෙර රජ දවස අලංකාර කැටයමින් වර්ණවත් කරමින් එම අලංකාර වහලත් නිර්මාණය කළ එම පියස්ස නිර්මාණය කළ.
Construction on the new bell tower and the Dolos Mahe Pahana took place over the past several days, with materials being flown in by air. The Election Secretariat says that 81 complaints relating to the forthcoming Western and Southern Provincial Council polls have been received so far. The Election Complaints Unit of the Secretariat says that the majority of complaints were received from the Colombo district, with the number standing at 23.
7 complaints have been received from the Gampa district, 12 from Kaluthura, and 14 complaints have been received from the Western province in general. The complaints unit added that in the Southern province, 5 complaints were received from the Gaul district, 6 from the Mathura district, and 3 from the Hambantota district. 27 complaints were lodged on meetings, protests, and marches. The complaints unit further noted that 21 complaints were made against transfers and promotions.
Meanwhile, the police say that special attention has been paid on information that has come to light on certain individuals who are allegedly using vehicles with garage numbers and vehicles without number plates during the election season. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rona said that the use of such vehicles are completely prohibited.
According to the Sri Lankan traffic law, no label except the revenue license could be displayed on the windscreen. And in addition to that, no vehicle could be moved with the garage number plates. The register number plates are required. We have deployed the special police teams in order to detect these type of vehicles and the drivers and the owners of such type of vehicles, and they will be dealt with the relevant laws in this regard. And in addition to that, in terms of the section 74 of the Election Act, the banners, posters, cutouts, so any other displays could be fixed to the vehicle that carries the candidate. Otherwise, the vehicle cannot carry any type of display that promotes the election. If they violate the election law, they will be arrested and produced them in court along with the vehicle.
On to other local news, Senior Minister Professor Tissa Vitarna says that the dearth of teachers in the country is an obstacle to implementing the trilingual policy. The Senior Minister made this statement at a meeting convened by the National Unity Movement in Colombo yesterday.
ආණ්ඩුවේ ප්‍රතිපත්තිය දැන් ත්‍රයි භාෂා ප්‍රතිපත්තියක්.
The government is taking measures to implement a trilingual policy, but to do this there isn't a sufficient amount of teachers. So for this to be successful, it is essential that proper training be given to teachers.
මේ තත්ත්වය හරහා ගුරුවරුන්ට නිසි පුහුණුව ලබා දීම අත්‍යවශ්‍ය වෙලා තියෙනවා.
The Paddy Marketing Board says that the purchase of paddy in the Maha season will commence from next week. Chairman of the board, K.B. Jayasinghe, said the purchasing will commence from the Ampara district. He further said that a kilogram of nadu and samba will be purchased at a government fixed price of 32 and 35 rupees respectively. Harvesting for the Maha season has already commenced in the Ampara district. Environmental organizations charge that trafficking in elephant calves is taking place with government support. They allege that the illegal capture of sale of elephant calves has become a large-scale racket. The trafficking of elephant calves was brought to the fore recently following allegations that were levelled by the Deputy Minister of Buddha Sasana and Religious Affairs, MKDS Gunawardena. The Deputy Minister alleged that 63 elephant calves had been captured illegally from jungles in Haburana. However, environmental organizations claim to possess information that a large number of elephant calves have been captured illegally from forests across the islands. This has grown rapidly over the past 3 years. There is major government support for this. On the one hand, the Department of Wildlife Conservation has taken no action whatsoever to put a stop to this activity. There is a possibility that within the next 50 years, elephants in Sri Lanka will be facing a major threat of extinction. If there are any shortcomings in the procedures we are following at present, we will correct this and take steps to protect our elephants. The Tame Elephant Owners Association says that there is a risk of tame elephants becoming extinct. We do not approve of capturing wild elephants which roam freely in forests when there is no human-elephant conflict. But you cannot say that these elephants are not breeding. In the recent past, the data that we have collected from tame elephant owners is that they have bred 3 elephants. Of these 3, only 1 calf is still alive. Owners of tame elephants only get down to the task of breeding when the female becomes pregnant. They must receive proper nourishment for several years. This situation has contributed to the decline in a generation of tame elephants in Sri Lanka. We have been conducting a survey as of recently into the breeding of tame elephants at present. We will take steps on this in the future. Meanwhile, the Department of Wildlife is seeking the support of the public to prevent the theft of elephant calves from national parks. Director General H.D. Ratnayaka says that a 24-hour hotline has been initiated for this purpose and that the public can provide the department with relevant information by dialing 0112 888 585. Meanwhile, a female elephant and a calf were found dead inside an agrarian well at an abandoned cultivation in the Athilimale area in Galgamua. The police media unit said that they received information regarding the incident from area residents this morning. And according to the police, the female elephant and the calf may have fallen into the well last night. The police added that investigations are underway with the assistance of wildlife officials in charge of the northwestern zone. Moving on to other local news, Airport Customs has arrested an individual who attempted to smuggle gold biscuits worth nearly 15 million rupees into the country. And now Customs Media spokesperson Leslie Garmini stated that the suspect is a Sri Lankan national. The Customs Media spokesperson went on to say that the arrested individual had illegally brought in 31 gold biscuits into this country. Now this individual had been arrested at around 3:30 this morning. The gold biscuits had been discovered in his luggage and his trousers. Customs officials stated that the gold biscuits weighed around 3.1 kilograms worth nearly 15 million rupees. In sports, starting off with cricket news, Bangladesh's Mohammedullah gave Bangladesh much-needed early strike today, picking up the wickets of both Sri Lankan openers in the first session of day 4 of the second test against Bangladesh. Mohammedullah bowled a miserly spell and picked up the wicket of Dimut Karnaratne, who was caught by Nazir Hussain on 11. Kaushal Silva was the next to go, having made 29 as he was trapped in front by Mohammedullah. Shakib Al Hasan then struck to pick up the wicket of Mahela Jayawardene, who was also dismissed cheaply, having made only 11. Sri Lanka are still in the driving seat in this test match, however, having extended their lead over Bangladesh. A short while ago, Sri Lanka were on 108 runs for the loss of 3 wickets, leading Bangladesh by 269 runs, with Kumar Sangakkara on 37 and Dinesh Chandimal on 15.
That's... He's given! And he struck Mahmudullah has been the man to get the second wicket.
Dinuda Besekra Royal Central College Polonnaru set a new national record in the 48 kg women's weightlifting category. Now Dinuda set up the new record by lifting a weight of 76 kilograms in the clean and jerk method at the National Weightlifting Championship currently underway in Kandy. Now the previous record in the same category was held by Dinuda herself. And with that, we wrap up today's edition of Lunchtime News. Thank you very much for watching. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Shahin Paddy.
Hotline 0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.